Hey, what's up, fellows? Yes, it's me. If you're trying to get into IT, these are the exact networking skills you need to become a job ready. In this series, I'll walk you through real IT support tickets so you can learn hands-on troubleshooting skills. Are you ready for this? Let's dig. Hello guys, so we're back in the IT ticketing system, which is the Spiceworks that I use. If you want to know how to set this up, go to my page, look for the Start IT Career No Experience, and just scroll down at the bottom, video number 6. This is where I explain how to set up a free help desk ticketing system called Spiceworks. All right, let's get going. The previous video we looked at no internet. Can you fix this? Right, that was the ticket from Bob. But this time the scenario is a little different. This time it says Wi-Fi connected, but no internet, needs help. So it was created by Bob, assigned to you. You are John Brown. Status open. It's a high priority ticket. Remember, always when a user has no internet connection, they cannot log in, things like that. It's always a high priority. Take care of them right away. And it's a network category, right? So ticket is there, but it's still the information is vague. Right, not enough information. He did not see anything else, so we'll have to dig it from the bottom, and we're just gonna go step by step. No guessing, right? Step by step, and we're gonna solve this problem like IT pro. So let's get going. So the ticket says you're connected to Wi-Fi, full bars. Everything looks fine. But nothing loads. So what he's saying is basically when he opens up his browser, he types something, let's say google.com, and he's getting a blank page. That's what he's basically saying. This is one of the most confusing issues for beginners because it looks like you have internet because you have all the bars. If you look at the bottom right hand corner, you have all the bars, but you don't have internet. It's a very common issue. You will see this in help desk a lot. So make sure you follow the steps. And this is exactly where IT support separates beginners from professionals, basically, right? In this video, I'm going to show you how to troubleshoot this step by step, like real IT support using Windows 11. This is part of my IT ticket series where you're learning actual job skills. So let's get going. Scenario. All right, here's a ticket. So what we do? So we're gonna go step by step. Step number 1: understand the problem. That's very critical, guys. Always understand the problem. This is not the same as no Wi-Fi. Here you are connected to the network, but you cannot reach the internet. That means, what does that mean? That means your device, your laptop, is connected to the router, and that part is working. But a router reaching the internet might not be working. That's the problem here, right? So that's step 1. Now let's move on to step 2. What do you want to do? The first thing you want to do is open up the browser, right? You will open up the browser and you will type something like google.com and see if it's working or not, right? Always verify. If user is saying something, yeah, you listen, but you always verify, right? And make sure he's right? So if it comes up blank, you confirm that it's not working now. So that's that. Now, step number 3, check IP configuration, right? This is where you get down and dirty, right? So in the search bar, you will type CMD. So it opens up this black screen. This is called DOS window. In the DOS window, you'll type the good old networking command, which is ipconfig. When you do that, it gives you the IP address, right? So this is wireless. You're looking for the wireless LAN adapter. This is what you're looking for, and you're interested in IPv4. Remember, IPv4 address. This is the one you need. So you're seeing there's an IP address, and you also see the default gateway, which is 192.168.0.1, right? That's your default gateway. If you have both, that's good. You're connected to the router. That's confirming, right? So let's move on to step number 4. Now you test router connectivity, right? That's very important. Now you test the connection. How do you do that? You ping it. You basically ping, and what you want to do is your default gateway is 192.168.0.1. So this is the one you want to ping. So go ahead and ping 192.168.0.1 and see you're getting a reply back. So that's a good sign. If you're getting a reply back, that means it's talking, it's live, it's connected. If you're not getting the reply back, you will get something like connection timeout, right? It'll time out for you. So this proves right there that your device can reach the router. So the Wi-Fi is not the problem. It's not the problem. So what is it then? So let's move on to step 5. In step 5, you test internet access, right? You test and see what's going on. So what you do is you ping 8. This is what you would ping 8.8.8.8. What is it? This is a free DNS service provided by Google. So what you're doing is now you're trying to reach outside the network and see if you can reach the DNS, right? So if this works, then that's a DNS issue, right? Now let's find out. So if we do this, and let's see, we're getting a reply back. So if so 888 is working, that means DNS. That's a DNS issue, basically, right? So what we do is we move on to step 7. Fix the DNS, the real IT way, right? So the first thing we do is we type the command ipconfig space / flush DNS. This is the one we want, the command we want. ipconfig space / flush DNS. Remember this command, guys. It's very handy, and you will need this every day to troubleshoot issues. So we're basically flushing the DNS. You hit that and see how it says successfully flush the DNS resolver cache. So this is you basically, this is what you did. Now another thing you can try is make sure your system is using the 8888 DNS service, which is the free Google DNS service, instead of your internet service provider DNS services, right? Because whoever your internet service provider, they automatically provide you DNS services. But sometimes it's failed, sometimes it's not working. There could be some issue. So what you want to do is you want to force your system to use Google DNS. And so how do you do that? You would go into network settings. So in the search bar in the bottom, just type network, view network connections, right? These are the two connections. The only connected one is your Wi-Fi. You right click on it and then you go to properties, and in the properties we're looking for internet protocol version, right? This is the one we want. You select that, TCP IPv4. Remember IPv4? Just remember, whenever you're dealing with IP issues, just remember IPv4. We don't need 6, just do 4. And then click on properties, and then right here use the following DNS server addresses. So just go 8 8 8 8, and in the next line alternate DNS server is 8 8 4 4, right? So that's your free. This forces your system to use Google DNS, right? And then you just hit OK, and then you close it, and then boom, close this window as well, right? So now your system is using the free DNS provided by Google. Now we move on to step number 9, right? Restart the network adapter. That's the last. If the service still, after you flush the DNS, if the internet still doesn't work, then you restart the network adapter. First thing you can do is right at the bottom right hand corner where you see the Wi-Fi connection, just open it, and then basically if you click on it, it disconnects, right? And then if you click on it one more time, it will reconnect, right? It says reconnected. So that's one way. Now, how do you, that's basically, you basically turn it off and turn it back on. That's what you did. But we want to disable Wi-Fi adapter and re-enable it. Then how do you do that? Just right click on the Windows icon here and then go to computer management. And in computer management, you want to go to device manager. And in device manager, do you see network adapter here? Expand that. And we're looking for the Wi-Fi connection here. This is the one, because this is the one is being utilized by your system right now. So you right click on it, and this is where you disable device, right? You disable it. And once you disable it, let me just do that right now. Watch this. If you do that, there's a down arrow here, and then look at the bottom corner. You see the globe sign, no internet access, right? And then go back in here, right click, enable device, right? You do that, and now you're re-enabling the Wi-Fi, and watch, your internet will come back, right? Your internet access, you're connected now. You have full bars. What it does, it resets the connection cleanly, right? You're basically reestablishing a new connection. So that's that. This is how think like IT, right? This builds authority. This is how IT thinks. Can I reach the router? Can I reach the internet? Is DNS working? Can I ping the router? Things like that. You know, step by step, no guessing work. Do not guess. Just follow the steps, and one of them will resolve the issue. This is a very common help desk ticket, guys. So make sure you pay attention. And in real IT, you isolate the problem, right? You test each layer. You don't just restart things randomly. And when you step, another important thing I want to tell you is when you follow these steps, you basically don't look stupid. When you are in front of the user and you're troubleshooting something, don't look stupid. When you follow these steps, you look professional, like you know what you're doing. Because a user gave you their system, right? They gave you their computer to work on. When you start guessing things and you start messing things around and you take too long to resolve a problem, you basically telling the user that you don't know what you're doing, right? And you're making them uncomfortable. Don't do that. When you just start doing this from the get-go, right? From the minute you reach the user, if you follow these steps, you will look professional. They will trust you. Next time they have any problem, they'll call you, right? They will trust your work. It's like any other contractor. Like you call a contractor like a plumber or an electrician, and if they're professional, they know they were doing, and they give you like, hey, I'll do the job in 1 hour, and they finish the work in 1 hour, and they do a clean job. They don't leave any mess, and system does not break, or plumbing doesn't break anymore. Then you call them back, right? You trust their work. So same thing. You are performing, and always be courteous, always be approachable, and do not, even the problem is very small, don't make them look stupid, okay? Even if the problem is very simple and you know how to fix it right away, do not give them the impression that you think they are dumb. Don't do that. Always be helpful and always be there to basically solve their problem. That's your job. That's what you're getting paid for. Just do that. So yeah, that's it, guys. If you want to get into IT, this is exactly the kind of troubleshooting you need to learn. Real problems, real fixes. This is part of my networking ticket series where I break down real IT issues step by step. And so yeah, so in next video I'll show you how to fix another common issue that confuses a lot of beginners. So make sure you watch the next video. And last but not least, we want to leave some notes here. So the next person who's looking into your ticket, they know what's going on, right? So you tested website, www.google.com. The next thing you did was you typed ipconfig, to make sure IP address and default gateway is listed. The next one you did was you pinged the gateway. Ping the gateway. And the next one you did, you ping 8.8.8.8. And then the next one you did, you manually change oh no, sorry. The next one you did was ipconfig space / flush DNS, right? That's what we did. We flushed the DNS. The next one we did change DNS manually to 8.8. Sorry. 8.8.8.8 and 8.8.4.4. That's what we did. We force your system to use free Google DNS. And then the last but not least, we turn off Wi-Fi and turn on Wi-Fi. And the last one was we disable and re-enable Wi-Fi adapter. Wi-Fi adapter, right? So that's what we did. See how the notes are handy. So this not only it. Let me just send it so we save it, and you just hit save. So now the notes is part of the ticket. So what it does is not only your manager can see it, your teammates can see it. This is also your notes, right? This is your library. You're building a small library in the help desk. So next time you see this problem, you can always come back here and see what you did and just follow these steps. Boom, 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 boom. And you'll be done in 5 minutes. So yeah. So that's it, guys. Hopefully this was helpful, and I will see you in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.
If you're serious about getting into IT, don't just watch one video. Go through the full series so everything starts to click. And make sure to watch my next video where I'll show you more useful IT networking skills. Guys, this is the real deal. Don't miss it.